With all the talk about artificial intelligence, it's only a matter of time before they start attacking us, right? Oh. Well, they already have. I'm your host Andrew, and here are your top 10 scary robot attacks that were very real. Let's get right into it. At a number 10 spot, we have the robot surgery. The world of surgery has been revolutionized with the advent of robot-assisted procedures, offering a safer and more precise way to get your insides fixed. But is it really as safe as it seems? A recent study conducted by MIT, Rush University Medical Center, and the University of Illinois found that there has been 144 deaths, 1,391 injuries, and 8,061 device malfunctions reported to the US Food and Drug Administration between 2000 and 2013. With this, there was over 1.7 million robot-assisted surgeries carried out in this time frame, and this may sound alarming, but the truth is little more nuanced. The most dangerous types of surgeries were found to be cardiothoracic and head and neck procedures, which accounted for 6.4% and 19.7% of adverse results respectively. These complex procedures were found to have a higher injury and death rates due to a lack of expertise and experience using robotic devices in these fields. Conversely, gynecology and urology operations, which are performed more frequently with robotics, had a much lower rate of adverse results at 1.4% and 1.9% respectively. One of the major issues found in the study was that the pieces of the robot occasionally fell off into the patient during surgery, leading to at least one death and 119 injuries. The video systems on the surgeon's console also malfunctioned during 18 surgeries, causing injury. Meanwhile, 2 deaths and 52 injuries were caused when the robotic surgeon spontaneously powered down or made an incorrect movement. It's important to note that the vast majority of deaths and injuries were simply listed as a malfunction, and the reports on the exact causes were incomplete. However, the study concludes that despite the increase in the number of robot-assisted surgeries, the chance of an accident happening has remained relatively constant, indicating that there are still fundamental problems that still need to be fixed. But in my opinion, I'd like to stick to a human surgeon. Thank you. At a number 9 spot, we have out-of-control robot cannon. In the world of advanced military weapons, robots are taking center stage. Many of these weapons are designed to pick targets, aim, and wait for a human to pull the trigger. However, there have been incidents when these machines have started firing on their own without any human intervention. The South African National Defense Force is investigating whether a software glitch led to a malfunction of an anti-aircraft cannon during a shooting exercise, resulting in the deaths of 9 soldiers and injuring 14 others. The Oerlikon GDF-005 is a highly advanced weapon that uses passive and active radar, laser target designators, and rangefinders to lock onto high-speed aircraft, helicopters, unmanned aerial vehicles, and cruise missiles. According to electronics engineer and defense company CEO Richard Young, the incident may have not been purely mechanical. During shooting trials, he claims to have seen a gun go out of control and knock down the steel poles used to keep it in place. Despite efforts by the brave unnamed officer to stop the wildly swinging gun, it continued to spray hundreds of high explosive shells, leading to the loss of many lives. While the exact cause of the malfunction is still being investigated, it still raises serious questions about the reliability and safety of those advanced weapons, and if it might be that the machine has a mind of its own. Number 8. Chess robot breaks a finger. During the Moscow Chess Open competition on July 19th, a chess-playing robot caused a 7-year-old chess prodigy Christopher to fracture one of his fingers. Christopher is one of the top young chess players in Moscow, a nation that has definitely taken pride in the game and made it a national obsession. The incident took place when the robot captured one of Christopher's pieces, and the young boy attempted a quick move without waiting for the robot to complete its task. Videos of the incident show the robot grabbing Christopher's finger, with 4 adults later rushing to help the boy. Sergei Smagin, vice president of the Russian Chess Federation, said that the child had violated safety rules and didn't realize he first had to wait for the robot to complete its move. Meanwhile, Moscow Chess Federation president Sergei Lazarev had a different account, saying the child had made a move, and after that, we need to give time for the robot to answer. But the boy hurried and the robot grabbed him. The incident raises serious questions about the safety of such machines and their potential to cause harm. According to one 2015 study, at least 1 person is killed each year by an industrial robot in the US alone. In light of this incident, the suppliers of the chess-playing robots will have to reevaluate their machine safety protocols and design. Despite the incident, Christopher was able to finish the rest of the tournament with a cast on his finger. Sergei Karjakin believes that the incident was due to a software error or something similar. Number 7. Classified AI robot attack. Back in February 2017, a video was making rounds on the internet claiming that at a top robotics company in Japan, 4 robots being developed for military applications went rogue and killed 29 humans in a lab by shooting metal bullets. The video was made by a journalist and former Miss Idaho named Linda Moulton Howie, who has a popular YouTube channel dedicated to conspiracy theories. The clip was based on a phone interview she conducted with someone from the CIA who told her this shocking story. While Linda's claims seem far-fetched and there is no evidence to support them, the possibility of killer robots sparking a war is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Japanese military AI programs have seen rapid development in recent years as a way to counter their declining population of young soldiers. On the other hand, tech luminaries such as Elon Musk have warned about the dangers of AI, calling it the scariest problem for humanity. While Linda's claims are not verified, the threat of AI being used as a weapon is very real, and it's important for us to consider the future we want for our world. The dangers of killer robots spark a war is not far-fetched, and it's crucial that we establish meaningful human control over AI before it's too late. Number 6. Rogue Volkswagen robot. The death of a 22-year-old technician at a Volkswagen plant in Germany due to an accident with a robot is being considered as a landmark event in the world of industrial automation. The technician was reportedly installing a computer-operated production line for electronic motors, when all of a sudden the robotic arm, which was supposed to lift the machine parts, ended up crushing him against a large metal plate, resulting in severe injuries to his chest. The man was resuscitated at the scene, but unfortunately he passed away later in the hospital. While the death has been deemed as the first in Europe caused by an industrial robot, experts were quick to dispel any ideas of a tragedy as a darker side of science fiction coming to life. Instead, they have stated that human error, not a malfunction on part of the robot, was the root cause of the accident. The robot involved in the incident was owned by the contractors who were working at the Volkswagen plant, where 15,000 people are employed in the assembly of gearboxes and other vehicle parts. Despite being one of the most automated car makers in the world, Volkswagen has stated that the incident was a result of human error and not a malfunction with the robot. But do we really believe that? In the hub of our list, we have the 2016 High-Tech Fair. The High-Tech Fair in 2016 in Xinjiang, China was disrupted when a robot named Zhao Peng went rogue and caused injuries to his visitors. The robot, designed for educational use and interaction with children, lost control and rammed a neighboring booth at high speeds, causing glass to shatter and injuring people with splinters. The victims were taken to hospital for treatment after that. However, the event organizers claimed that the incident was due to human error and not a malfunction in the robot's AI. iRobot, the company behind Zhao Peng, issued a statement clarifying that the robot's AI is safe and that it has already sold over 3,000 units. But if it sold 3,000 units and it's acting like this, how safe can it really be? They also pledged to improve safety standards to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. Despite the chaos, it lasted only 10 seconds and online media has maybe exaggerated some of the injuries that happened here. Number 4. Police robots. In a thrilling turn of events, the San Francisco Board of Supervisors recently voted to pass a policy that would allow their police officers to use ground-based robots to administer deadly force in certain circumstances. This move sparked heated debates and divided opinions, with some supervisors hailing it as a necessary measure to protect lives in the light of recent mass shootings, while others feared it would sow distrust and be a dangerous precedent for other cities. The San Francisco Police Department does not currently possess armed robots, but the policy would pertain to their fleet of unmanned remotely piloted robots used for reconnaissance, bomb disposal, and rescue operations. While opponents call the policy dehumanizing and militaristic, law enforcement experts say it could be a useful tool in extreme circumstances, like the one that took place in Dallas in 2016 when a robot was used to kill a shooter. However, after doing more research on this, I found that the board took back these ideas and said it wasn't a good idea at all. Number 3. Libya weaponized drone. In 2018, the United Nations called for a ban on killer robots, but their plea was dismissed. A recent report by the UN Security Council's panel of experts in Libya revealed that an autonomous weaponized drone attacked a human target without human intervention in 2020. The drone in question was Kargu 2, a quadcopter made by the Turkish military technology company STM that was an inbuilt with an explosive charge and had the capability of autonomous attacks. The drones were running on an autonomous mode which did not require human moderation and made the decision to attack independently, which only indicated that the drone autonomously attacked humans and killed them. Human Rights Watch and a coalition of 161 non-governmental organizations have been advocating for a complete ban on these weapons since 2013. The report titled "Stopping Killer Robots, Country Positioned on Banning Fully Autonomous Weapons and Retaining Human Control" reveals that more and more countries are recognizing the need to prevent these killer robots or lethal autonomous weapon systems. The organization argued that the weapon systems that select and engage targets without meaningful human control are unacceptable and must be prevented. Number 2, robot turned psycho killer. In a shocking and unfortunate event, a man was killed by a robot at a car parts factory in India on August 2015. Ramji Lal, a 24-year-old worker, was adjusting a metal sheet being welded by the machine when he was tragically killed by one of its arms. The incident happened in a factory owned by SKH Metals in Manesar, where Lal had been working for around 18 months. According to one of his colleagues, the robot was pre-programmed to weld metal sheets, and it is believed that a dislodged sheet caused Lal to reach from behind the machine to adjust it, which eventually led to the fatal incident. The company management and the contractor have been booked for charges of causing death due to negligence, and the Maruti Udyog Kamgar Union has demanded a full inquiry into Lal's death and increased safety measures for workers dealing with robots. Number 1, a Traitor Robot. In 2014, an industrial robot at Kawasaki Heavy Industries in Japan caused the death of a worker who was attempting to repair it. The worker Kenji Urata had entered a prohibited area around the robot to repair it, but ended up being trapped by the working arm of the robot and pinned against the machine that cut gears. The factory officials revealed that a wire mesh fence around the robot would have cut off its power supply if unhooked, but Urata had jumped over the fence instead. He set the machines on manual control, but then accidentally brushed against the on switch and the claw of the robot to push against the machine tooling device, with other workers unable to intervene. The Labor Standards Bureau of Hyogo Prefecture attributed the accident to the workers' lack of knowledge towards the robots and neglect of regulations surrounding the new machines. The company had removed the robot from the line and erected a man-high fence around the 2 other robots in the plant. The disclosure of the accident has raised concerns among employees in the Japan industry, which now has 75,000 robots of varying sophistication installed and is introducing more robots at a rate of 20,000 per year. This figure far exceeds the number of robots in use in all other countries. While trade unions in Japan have received robots with mixed emotions, with relief that they are freeing workers from tedious, dirty jobs, they also fear that this may eventually replace the entire human workforce. Would you rather have a workforce full of robots or no? Let me know in the comments below. Well, these are the top 10 scary robot attacks that were very real. What did you guys think about this list? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. And be sure to like and subscribe to this video if you guys like scary content. I'm your host Andrew, and I hope you guys have a scary day.